Oh my god, it's honestly fucking laughable. It's laughable. You know, the funny thing is, it's the same old shit. It's the same old shit. Like, everybody watching this show could realistically say the same thing about me. It's the same old shit. Oh, JD complains once again for another week about Monday Night Raw. JD ranting and bitching and moaning for yet another week about Monday Night Raw. Yet there are people legitimately on my timeline via Twitter who are praising this show, who are stating that this was a good show and not a bad show. Meanwhile, I posted a tweet. I'm going to try and do these regularly because I want to see and gauge what you guys are thinking at the end of an insufferable 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. All I did was post a poll on Twitter at JD from NY206. What did you think of Raw tonight? I gave you 3 options. I gave you A, good. I gave you B, bad. And I gave you C, I didn't watch the show. 7% right now out of 850 votes. And this poll has been up for about 20 minutes. 850 votes. 7% good. 40% bad. And 53% didn't watch the show. We will come back to that an hour from now after the review has concluded. Do you expect that number to change drastically? I think not. That's like asking Alexa Bliss to develop wrestling skill. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. What did I mention on my review last night? Hell in a Cell was the Jennifer Love Hewitt in her prime. Just go back and watch the movie Heartbreakers. That's Jennifer Love Hewitt waiting for you in nothing but a fucking cooking apron, waiting to just do whatever you want. And then Monday Night Raw was the 700-pound slob with the chicken wings in her mouth, can barely utter a sentence, smelling like 14-day-old fucking garbage. Because she can't even bring herself to wobble over to the shower and cleanse herself off. How was that fucking 700-pound slob, people? How was it? Was it good for you? Come on, guys. Another cookie-cutter edition of Monday Night Raw that's left you fucking utterly disappointed. This show sucks, okay? And anybody that says otherwise is a fucking buffoon. Oh, we got the Crown Jewel announcement tonight, JD. Blow me. We got the Undertaker proclaiming that he's gonna have Kane in his corner. Blow me. We got an IC title match that we've seen fucking 16 times before tonight already. Blow me. We got a Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin Universal Championship main event. Blow me. This show was complete, utter garbage. Again, WWE has resorted to using a 53-year-old Undertaker as the highlight of Monday Night Raw. So, what does that say about the current roster of WWE? It means that A, no one is ever going to get to the point where The Undertaker is, and B, WWE completely mishandles talent where they don't want to make another superstar like The Undertaker. I don't know how anybody can be just openly a fan of this show. This show came off a surprising great Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Outside of its two huge blemishes, it was still a thumbs-up show. And this is the bullshit that WWE gives us. WWE comes out of Hell in a Cell, and they're pushing towards the Super Showdown, and they got Evolution, and they got Crown Jewel, now announced in Saudi Arabia on Friday, November 2nd, 2018. So, we got 3 pay-per-views within a span of a month for WWE programming. That is overwhelming, and to a point where it diminishes everything else on TV. But why the fuck should I care? WWE's making money. Of course I care. WWE's making the money, but the product that they're giving us is fucking garbage. What business is it of yours? What is it doing for your wallet that WWE's making all this money? You're okay with them making all this money while giving us piss-poor programming? I said it best on Twitter tonight. How would you go about booking these shows? Anybody in creative control watching this show, is this what WWE gave you tonight? The direction that you'd go in? With the storylines that we are seeing right now, with the individuals in place as champion, would you be booking the show as WWE's booking it now? I guarantee you, 100% of you would say no. No. But yet, these are the same people that are quick to say, well, Raw was great. Raw was a thumbs-up show. The current state of Monday Night Raw is absolutely in the worst state it has ever been in. And I don't want to hear anything from anybody concerning this matter. This show sucks. It is, I can't even begin to fucking tell you or use any other vocabulary from the fucking Webster's Dictionary to describe this show. It is that fucking bad. It is that bad. Everything about this show exudes zero excitement. Zero excitement. And it's painful to watch people on social media just sit down and bend over, pretty much, for WWE when they're not benefiting at all. You are getting shitty quality television, yet you're there quick to say, well, WWE was a great show. I don't even know where to begin with you fucking people. I don't even know where to begin. Undertaker comes out on Monday Night Raw. Baron Corbin books himself in a Universal Championship match. Ronda Rousey delegitimized her entitled fucking title reign for as long as she has the Women's Championship on Monday Night Raw. The Bellas are being set up to turn on Ronda Rousey at Super Showdown in Australia on October 5th. Yet this was a good fucking show. You know, I wasn't even going to come on here and do a fucking review, but I don't want to waste my fucking Tuesday morning to talk about this fucking bullshit. I don't want to waste my fucking day when I could be doing something a little bit more valuable with my time. Hell in a Cell review. If you guys missed that, link is in the annotation that you see in the top right corner. It's over 50,000 views on YouTube right now. Close to 3,000 fucking likes. Holy shit. I guess you guys did agree with me about Hell in a Cell. If you guys missed that, go and check that out. Link, like I said, is in the annotation in the right corner of the screen. Whether you're watching on Android, Apple, whether you're watching on a PC, doesn't matter. Go check the video out. If you guys missed Off the Script on Monday afternoon, I posted part 3 of the podcast. We went over all the news coming out of Hell in a Cell. If you guys missed that, go and check that out. Link will be in the annotation along with the Hell in a Cell review and results. Follow me on social media, on Twitter, at JD from NY, 206. If you guys want to hit that subscribe button, please do so. If you're going to hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for all notifications so you guys are notified when I do indeed upload a new podcast right here on the channel. And please, if you guys are watching the video and you enjoy any part of this video, if you laughed, if you agreed with something I said, please don't be afraid to hit that thumbs up. It greatly helps out the channel. Leave a comment as well. Give me a double whammy. Leave a thumbs up and leave a comment. That helps out the video tremendously, and it pushes it in the YouTube SEO, in the search engine optimization. So thank you guys so much. That is a great way to help out the channel and the video that you're watching, and you're basically doing nothing. So please go ahead and do that and support Off the Script. We're going to get into this show, man. We're going to go over every aspect of this show. We start Monday Night Raw off with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman calling out Brock Lesnar. Obviously, with Brock Lesnar making his return to WWE inside the Hell in a Cell, we went over this extensively over the last two videos. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman have a problem with Brock Lesnar coming out and ruining their match, ruining what was probably their worst match together inside Hell in a Cell. So, if you're looking at it from an outsider's perspective, from the outside looking in, Brock Lesnar actually did both Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman a huge favor. But Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman start Monday Night Raw off, and they call Brock Lesnar out over the Universal Championship.
Last night was brutal. And last night, it didn't really go to plan for me.
Yeah, it didn't go to plan for me either.
I woke up this morning and I am still the Universal Champion.
Well, maybe we should rewind the tape back and ask Mick Foley that.
And I knew Brock had his rematch, but I didn't think he was going to come down here and kick the door into hell, attack me while I was down and out. But I'm standing here right now, and if you want your rematch, if you want this Universal Championship, then come on out here right now, Brock Lesnar.
Ooh, the big dog has some big balls,
Man,
I see.
This crap. You should be thankful that Brock Lesnar came down last night, because he's the only reason you still have that Universal Championship. And it's the second time he's screwed me out of an opportunity. There will not be a third. So if anybody's gonna get their hands on Brock Lesnar, it's me. And then when I'm finished with him, I'm coming for you.
No one is more upset about what happened during your match than me. I've been on the phone all morning and all afternoon with Stephanie McMahon trying to come up with a solution to the problem. On Friday, November 2nd, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in an event called WWE Crown Jewel, Roman Reigns, you will defend your Universal Championship against Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar in a triple threat match.
So the rumors of another WWE special event in Saudi Arabia are indeed true. I mentioned this on several different podcasts already this past weekend. I mentioned it on the Hell in a Cell preview and predictions. I mentioned it on today's Off the Script 239 Part 3. WWE was probably going to book the triple threat match. I mean, everybody seen it. Everybody knew what was going to happen based on the outcome of Hell in a Cell. Anybody with a brain could have booked this situation. But WWE giving us the biggest thing here is WWE giving us another pay-per-view in a span of a month right now for November 2nd entitled Crown Jewel. It's one of those things that right now we're going to have to get used to. And I can't say that I agree with it. You know, we're going to have to get used to it, but I'm going to sit here every single time and tell you that I don't agree with it. I think this is a complete waste of everybody's fucking time. I honestly think this is a detriment to the quality of the shows every single week. And what's something that was already mentioned, and something that I'm sure people are going to kind of get wind of going into the later weeks in October and on into November, is WWE conveniently books this show a week after, not even less than a week after WWE Evolution. So it's pretty much WWE confirming, almost without actually saying it, and they will not say anything that I'm about to say because it would be totally against PR. It looks like the reason why Evolution was done and placed where it was, because this is the last WWE show in Saudi Arabia for 2018. And the reason why the women are getting Evolution is because they won't be allowed again for a second time this year to travel to that country, compete in that country for the WWE. Because the WWE and the Saudi government have this $250 million deal that's going to secure them a 10-year fucking contract to perform there. And the women, for the second time this year, will not be able to do so. So WWE, as a thank you, is giving them their own pay-per-view away from the main roster because they won't be able to go into Saudi Arabia on November 2nd. That is a clear eye-opener to anybody watching this. That is what everybody's going to be talking about. WWE will not admit that. WWE will never admit that. But people are going to be talking about it, and WWE, as always, are going to avoid it like the fucking plague. Now, Crown Jewel, we got Hell in a Cell, which already suffered. It already suffered. WWE lucked into a good pay-per-view with Hell in a Cell. That doesn't mean the build for the last 4 weeks was anything close to good. WWE lucked into a good pay-per-view because of the performances that most of the people on that show gave you. But the build towards Hell in a Cell was garbage. And now we got the Super Showdown, which there is no build outside of Triple H and The Undertaker. And then we got Evolution, where there's no build at all. And then we're going right into Crown Jewel. These B-level pay-per-views are suffering because WWE is overwhelming us with major show after major show after major show after major show. It sucks. It honestly fucking sucks. I don't like it. The only aspect of this that I like is the fact that I'm giving you guys more content because it's another WWE show that I have to cover. So the more views for me, the better the paycheck at the end of the day, especially in the holiday months of YouTube, is going to be better off for me and everybody else in the community that's going to be covering these shows, which spans pretty much everybody. And that's the God-honest fucking truth. These international shows, these major special shows that WWE is putting on, it's taking away from the quality of the program because WWE is literally all over the map. You know, when you're building towards 4 pay-per-views at one fucking time, every show is going to suffer. When you're building towards 4 pay-per-views at one time, nothing is going to feel special. But when you're building towards one show for about 4 or 5 weeks, and you're giving me storyline-driven content towards that one show, when we get to that show, whatever happens at that show is going to be a little bit more important. Because it will have been marinated. We would have seen the storylines develop over the course of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. Meanwhile, WWE right now, they're building towards 3 or 4 different shows, and we don't know where to give our undivided attention. We got a little attention on Super Showdown. We got a little attention on Evolution. We had a little attention on Hell in a Cell. We got now an announcement and the thought of a triple threat match for the Universal Championship at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia on November 2nd. Our attention's all over the fucking place. So if you have everybody's attention all over the place, how special are these shows really fucking going to be? They're not going to be special at all. And with these loaded shows, I mentioned that, you know, it's overwhelming for WWE. It's overwhelming for the fucking fans. What's going to happen? You got November 2nd, Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. 2.5 weeks after that, you're going to have the Survivor Series. So WWE is going to put all their eggs in one basket called Crown Jewel, and then we're going to have 2.5 weeks to build towards Survivor Series. But here's the thing with Survivor Series. WWE has made Survivor Series Monday Night Raw versus SmackDown Live. You're going to have World Champion versus World Champion. That's the aspect of Survivor Series, at least for the last couple of years. If that is the same way this year, outside of the rumor that WWE wants to have Survivor Series drastically change this year, and they want to do a stable warfare type Survivor Series, which right now is not going to work because they're not going to have enough time to build towards Survivor Series. But if WWE keeps Survivor Series the same way that they have for the last couple of years, I don't think having Crown Jewel on November 2nd and then Survivor Series in the third week of November, I don't think that's really going to play a detriment or be a detriment to Survivor Series whatsoever, because it's easy to have a Raw vs. SmackDown Super Show for Survivor Series. It's easy to just book Universal Champion versus WWE Champion, whomever they may be, coming out of these events that we have leading into Survivor Series. But even that, some of you might not agree with me with that. WWE should at least be building towards competition between Raw and SmackDown. That competitive edge. Who's the better brand? They should have some brand warfare. They should have some brand competition there. And we have none of that. And WWE, the aspect of Survivor Series is again going to feel rushed because they have to get a product out there for that pay-per-view. And the storylines that we're going to be given is going to be unimportant. It's going to be rushed. It's not going to feel special. And WWE, all they give a shit about at the end of the day is lining their pockets with fucking money. It sucks. It honestly is just a complete fucking shit show with Monday Night Raw. And WWE in general. I do not agree with what's going on right now in WWE. It's all about money, 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 money. But if they put on a good fucking product and they actually use the talent to sell this fucking product, then more people would actually come and watch the fucking show instead of having, you know, go on social media and vote in these polls just, you know, every single week. Oh, I didn't watch Monday Night Raw. I watched Monday Night Football instead because I seen the Ascension versus Gable and Bobby Roode for a third fucking week in a row. Solid Monster himself said, I swear to God, if we get Gable versus any member of the Ascension, I'm shutting Monday Night Raw off and I'll see you guys on Sound Off on Sunday night. That's exactly what he said on Twitter tonight. And what happened? We got Chad Gable versus fucking Viktor of the Ascension for a third week in a fucking row. Yet there are people proclaiming that this show was a good show tonight. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. How would you book the show? Would you give me Chad Gable versus fucking Viktor on Monday Night Raw for 3 weeks in a row? WWE right now could be making all the fucking money in the world. What business is it of you that they're making billions? Zero. You're not seeing any of that fucking money line your pocket. All that you are is a fucking puppet. Because you sit there and you agree with WWE making all this money and you willingly accept a shit fucking product. This show fucking sucks. It starts at the fucking top. The guy holding the Universal Championship is a fucking waste.
I think that sucks. I think you suck.
I think this show fucking sucks.
You suck. This whole situation sucks. And a matter
I couldn't
of
agree
fact,
more.
Everybody in this entire arena sucks.
Couldn't agree more.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and tonight I am here to educate you. The more you are worth, the bigger star you are, the more...
What do I do every week for you guys? I educate you.
leverage you have, the more powerful you get in WWE, the more money you're worth in UFC. Now, Brock Lesnar was the longest reigning Universal Champion of all time. And what happened during Brock's title reign? Multi-billion-dollar television rights fees. The WWE publicly traded stock at an all-time high.
Brock Lesnar had nothing to do with that.
Investors in this concept were making all this money until the Monster and the Big Dog ganged up, conspired, and double-teamed Brock Lesnar to steal that title.
Brock Lesnar was actually a fucking cancer to the quality of these shows. I don't give a fuck how much money they're making while he was champion. I don't.
That's why Brock Lesnar came back last night and will go to the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where he will reclaim his championship, which gives him the right to be the definitive champion on the historically flagship show, which makes Brock Lesnar the crown jewel of WWE.
Heyman better get
And then Strowman starts to chase Paul Heyman up the ramp.
As acting general manager, I'm privy to a few things.
And Baron Corbin's about to put everybody to fucking sleep.
Right here in Dallas tonight,
with this next
you're
announcement.
going to defend that Universal Championship.
Oh, yeah, against who?
It'll be Roman Reigns versus me.
And at that point, ladies and gentlemen, my pillow was smiling from ear to ear. But yet, this Monday Night Raw was a good show. Fuck out of here. This show was a fucking disaster. Moving on, Dean Ambrose versus Drew McIntyre. Now, the tag team title match at Hell in a Cell was fucking phenomenal. I thought that was a great tag team match. One of the best main roster matches all year. If not probably the best main roster match all year. But WWE, they love to beat the same horse over and over and over again with the Billy Club. You know, we get the tag team title match, and they got to kind of continue it on into Monday Night Raw. Well, we got Rollins versus Ziggler tonight. We'll do Ambrose and McIntyre as well, just to fill another 15 minutes on this show. You know, all because we praised their match on Monday, or on Sunday rather, Hell in a Cell, doesn't mean I want to see them on Monday again in singles competition. You know, because we're going to be seeing this match at Super Showdown. We're going to be seeing this match at, I'm assuming, every fucking Monday Night Raw until Kingdom Come. I'm hearing rumors that this is going to be the fucking main event of TLC. It's going to be the Dogs of War versus the Shield at TLC, just like it was last year with The Miz leading his squad, The Bar and Kane and everybody else against fucking Angle and Reigns and Rollins. Garbage. Complete garbage. So, this is not the end of it. You know, Super Showdown's not the end of it. We're going to be seeing this shit for the next 3 months on Monday Night Raw. So get ready. Buckle yourselves in. It's going to be a long fucking sleep-inducing journey. Dean Ambrose versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was the only outcome I wanted to see here. Ambrose is beaten with a Claymore kick. Ambrose was actually he actually hit the barricade pretty fucking hard here. He goes back up top, leaps out to Drew, who's on the outside. Drew sidesteps him, swats Ambrose into the barrier like a fucking fly. Referee begins to count. Ambrose waits till 9 to get back in, and then as soon as Ambrose gets back in, Drew McIntyre turns around and just picked apart Ambrose, waiting for him to get into the ring. Beautiful spot to wait to do the Claymore kick, and that's exactly what he did. Drew McIntyre wins with the Claymore kick and beats Dean Ambrose on Monday Night Raw. So, after this match, we get the other halves of these teams, Ziggler and Rollins, respectively. Drew McIntyre's backstage with Dolph Ziggler, who appears, and he congratulates him on beating Dean Ambrose. Baron Corbin appears and says that he wants them to take out the Shield tonight. Corbin suggests to Ziggler that he use his rematch clause for the WWE Intercontinental title. Ziggler says he fell off the cell last night and is not interested in doing it tonight. He wants to be at full strength. So Corbin says Seth Rollins is hurt and he isn't even in the building tonight. And if Ziggler wants to cash in his rematch and Rollins no-shows, then Baron Corbin will be forced to make Ziggler the champion. Ziggler tells Corbin to make the match, and he walks off with a smile on his face with Drew McIntyre. Corbin then turns to some fucking WWE management goon who says that he is good at his job because there are 2 title changes coming on Monday Night Raw. What Dolph Ziggler did not realize is that Baron Corbin made a foolish mistake and he wasted his rematch clause on Monday Night Raw, in which he was never going to win the title anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, having the Bella Twins back on television is absolutely fucking terrible. It is absolutely god-awful television. I don't care for Brie. I don't care at all for Nikki Bella. And the fact that we're getting a rumored Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey match at the Evolution pay-per-view makes me want to fucking jump out the window. Now, Natalya is backstage with the Bella Twins, and Ronda Rousey walks in. They all embrace. Very cringe, very cringe. The Bella Twins give Rousey props for her win last night over Alexa Bliss. Rousey asks how championship open challenges work. Now, Nikki Bella starts to tell her and Natalya if she's really going to host an open challenge tonight. So there's your fucking seed. There's your seed. Nikki Bella already I got something flying in front of my fucking face. I'm gonna fucking kill it like I wish this show was fucking killed on Monday night. Nikki Bella is planting seeds about, an open challenge? So, WWE's planting seeds about Nikki Bella cashing, or not cashing in, against Ronda Rousey, challenging Ronda Rousey for the Women's Championship. So, Natalya tells her to just go out there and make it known. You never know who's going to answer the challenge. So Rousey jokes around and then walks off with the idea of an open challenge. Chad Gable versus Viktor, 3 weeks in a row here. 3 weeks in a row, mind you. What do you think the outcome was? Do you think WWE was going to give the Ascension a fucking victory over Gable and Bobby Roode? Of course not. Chad Gable wins here with a bridging German suplex on Viktor. After the match, Connor attacks Gable and Bobby Roode. I will give you guys one fucking guess as to what WWE's planning next week. If it's not Connor versus Bobby fucking Roode, I will be absolutely fucking shocked. Yet people said this was a good show. This is 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row with, I love Chad Gable, but 3 weeks in a row with 4 guys that are absolutely fucking dead in the water. And I'm supposed to fucking care. And this is Monday Night Raw. And MC Universal paid $1.5 billion for this product in its current state. I don't know what to tell you, people. I don't know what to tell you. Moving on. And I'm glad Grimm's Toy Show agrees with me on this because I tweeted it out. There is nobody right now in WWE, past, present, or future, who will ever hold a candle to The Undertaker. The Undertaker, after 26 years, is still the best thing on Monday Night Raw. That is a fucking terrible statement to make. And I don't mean any disrespect towards The Undertaker. That is full on WWE. It's fully on WWE. WWE is not created, nor will they ever create another superstar that we legitimately care about like The Undertaker. And a statement like that just goes to show you the current state of the current WWE. There is nobody on this roster that I absolutely care about more than a Mark Calloway Undertaker. I don't. I love a Seth Rollins. I love a Kevin Owens. I love the Sami Zayn when he was on TV regularly, right? I love a lot of guys, but I don't care for them like I do an Undertaker. I don't. You know? And The Undertaker, to me, is kind of diminished over the years because WWE uses him every year as a nostalgia act, as a novelty act, because they feel like they have to use him. And, you know, they have to use him. Because the current guys that they have right now, they are not at a level where you're going to willingly go out and watch this show for them. The Undertaker, after 26 years, is still the best thing on Monday Night Raw. How terrible is that for the rest of your roster on Monday night? It's not good at all. It's not good whatsoever. You know? And a lot of people are stating that, you know, these legends should come back and put over the young guys. Maybe that would help. Did it help Roman Reigns when The Rock held his hand up at the Royal Rumble in 2015? Did it help Roman Reigns when The Undertaker put him over at WrestleMania? Did it help Roman Reigns when John Cena put him over? It didn't help. Nor will it ever help. It didn't help. The Undertaker, if I'm a guy like The Undertaker, and I'm looking at the current state of WWE, I'm not putting my name and my legacy on the line for these fucking hacks on WWE television right now. I'm not. Do you want to know why? Because I know as a legend how WWE operates. They would not get the job done. They would completely waste the entire moment, and a win for a Kevin Owens or a Finn Balor or a Seth Rollins or an Elias would absolutely go to waste. It would go to waste. So if I'm a legend and I'm asked to put over somebody, I'm not. It doesn't make any sense. There's no sense for them to put over anybody because they never go anywhere. They never materialize to anything. But The Undertaker was back out on Monday Night Raw, just going at Triple H and pretty much making a statement towards Triple H last week on Monday Night Raw. The Undertaker has decided that Shawn Michaels is going to be in Triple H's corner, but if Shawn Michaels is going to be in Triple H's corner for Super Showdown in Australia, that The Undertaker is not coming alone.
They say delusion is the final recourse for the damned.
Vince. Vince McMahon? Vince McMahon, I think The Undertaker's calling you out, bro. Delusion. Delusional. Everybody in this company is delusional.
That no man can spin a web of lies like a man that has a broken soul. And I have never seen anyone with a more broken soul than Triple H.
And I never seen a man with more of a broken
Delusion
soul
will be
than
his
Triple
downfall.
H. Takes this guy fucking 3 minutes to recite one sentence.
You see, there was a time with Triple H when he was wicked, savage, a warrior. But these days, he tends to play a more corporate game. His battlefield is the boardroom. He can't see the fear in his own friends' eyes, and he can't see his own demise. Now, I put no stock in what any man thinks, only what I know. And what I know is this.
This show sucks.
When I face Triple H for the last time, the result will be just like the first time. I will put him 6 feet under. Game over.
The build for this match is better than anything else on WWE TV. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. The collective age of these guys is like 90 years old.
Triple H have his deceit. Let him have his delusion. Let him have his best friend, Shawn Michaels.
Undertaker throwing that word delusion around a lot.
Is where the devil is in the details. Shawn Michaels is not going to go all the way to Australia to sit in the audience and watch this fight. He's going to be standing in Triple H's corner.
That's believe it or not, that's a good attention to detail by WWE because, that's actually, I think that's actually smarter than they really lead on for WWE. And Shawn Michaels being involved here, Undertaker made mention, like, listen, this is common sense. Shawn Michaels is not going to Australia to fucking sit in the crowd and cheer on Triple H. He's going to be in Triple H's fucking corner. So I'm already going down to Australia in a 2-on-1 situation. So if that's the way you want to go about this, then I got my own fucking backup.
Because standing in my corner will be my brother, Kane.
And with that announcement, several things are going to happen.
Now everyone knows that I took Shawn Michaels' career. And I'm going to do the same to Triple H's career. But it seems that he deserves far worse. So not only am I going to take his career, I'm going to take his soul and I'm going to put him down at WWE Super Showdown with my brother of destruction watching my back. Triple H will rest in peace.
Two things are going to happen here with that announcement of Kane being in the corner of The Undertaker. Number one, we got the Super Showdown match between Triple H and The Undertaker. That is definitely going to lead into Crown Jewel. WWE is Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. That is a WrestleMania caliber match for WWE in Saudi Arabia for the Universal Championship. They're going to load that show up and make it a big deal and give these guys whatever the fuck they want because they're paying all these types of money to have WWE in their country performing for them. So whatever the Saudis want, the Saudis are going to get. WWE is going to give them whatever they want. We are going to get Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement twice between now and WrestleMania. I mentioned this on Off the Script. We're going to get Shawn Michaels and Triple H as D-Generation X. We're going to get The Undertaker and Kane as the Brothers of Destruction at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia on November 2nd. That is what we're going to get. And that is going to lead to Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 35, where Shawn Michaels is ultimately going to come out of retirement in a singles match and retire The Undertaker after the happenings of what happens at Super Showdown and what happens at Crown Jewel. Shawn Michaels is going to go into business for himself per storyline and say, I don't need anybody. I want Undertaker one-on-one. I'm coming out of retirement because I owe you. You were right. If I'm going to do this one more time, if I'm going to listen to these people and do one more time, one more match, I'm coming for you. You're the only one I want. And The Undertaker finally will be retired by the only man that deserves to retire The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. I can't say that I am in total disagreement with that. Again, it's WWE needing pretty much to do this for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's just a very difficult task to book these shows and then have a WrestleMania come around in April and have that WrestleMania show feel more special than these throwaway special events in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting a triple threat match for the Universal Championship with Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. And we're probably going to get a tag team match with the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker, who are two of the most revered characters in all of WWE history, against one of the, I guess, two of the figureheads of one of the greatest stables in the history of this business, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Now, if WWE wants to book a WrestleMania to top that, it's going to be a very difficult fucking thing to do, per WWE standards. With these special events in Saudi Arabia, it's going to be very difficult for WWE to constantly top what they're doing here. They're always going to have to put their best foot forward with these shows. What do you think they're going to do when WrestleMania comes around? Are they going to show that same effort? Are they going to put that best foot forward for WrestleMania too? Or are they going to skimp on WrestleMania because they're getting all the money from Saudi Arabia? It's something to think about. It really is something to think about here. But I'm loving this, man. This again. Undertaker's 53 fucking years old. And he's the best thing on Monday Night Raw. I don't know what that says about the current state of this roster, but it's not good. It's not good whatsoever. Bayley versus Dana Brooke. I mean, what would you like me to say here? What would you like me to say here? Would you like me to reiterate what I said on Twitter? Sasha Banks is in the corner of Bayley, watching Bayley versus Dana fucking Brooke. Sasha Banks is the best female wrestler on Monday Night Raw. It's a sad state of affairs when the best female wrestler on Monday Night Raw is subjected to nothing but garbage. You know, all she wants to do is wrestle. She just wants to wrestle. Yet she's here on Monday Night Raw being lowered and lowered and lowered and lowered every single week with no clear-cut direction for evolution, and in the corner of Bayley, watching Bayley go against one of the worst female performers in the company. If Sasha Banks realized where she was going to be in 2018 coming out of 2015, I don't think Sasha Banks would have really pushed that hard to be a WWE superstar now. God-awful the way she has been mishandled, treated, disrespected, and ultimately wasted on Monday Night Raw. Shame on you. Shame on you. Bayley wins with a Bayley to belly. Who the fuck cares? Nobody. The Authors of Pain versus Gregory James and Barrett Brown. Two creator guys from WWE 2K19 Early Access. Authors of Pain here with a super collider on these two fucking bums for the win. We got one positive here, folks. We got one positive here. Drake Maverick has abandoned the Riot vest. So now he's just got the matching pants and he's got a fucking black tank top. No Riot gear for Drake Maverick. So it looks like WWE is listening to the cries of the people. One time out of 1,000. You get a little golf clap for the birdie on hole 16 as you now up your score to 6 over par. Yet you're still in last place. 6 over par is a little bit too generous for WWE. How about 24 over par? That's what this show fucking shot today. Fuck out of here. IC title match. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. WWE merely put this match together for the sake of putting this match together. WWE wanted Dolph Ziggler to invoke his rematch clause because they knew Dolph Ziggler was never going to win the Intercontinental title again. So why not? Let's do it. We'll have 2 title matches on this show. Seth Rollins wins this match. Rollins holds a Falcon Arrow. Ziggler counters it for a roll-up. Rollins comes right back with the stomp. He's slow to make the cover. I thought they were going to continue after the stomp because Rollins delivered the stomp and then it took him like 10 seconds to make the fucking cover on Dolph Ziggler. I thought the match was going to continue, but Dolph Ziggler did not kick out of the stomp. It was over. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins wins. Now, Rollins may have retained the Intercontinental title, but it goes deeper than that, folks. It goes deeper than what you've seen on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins beating Dolph Ziggler for the rematch that he was owed for the Intercontinental title. That now moves Dolph Ziggler out of the Intercontinental Championship title hunt. What this does is now it, secures Seth Rollins as the Intercontinental Champion because there is nobody else on this show that is even worthy of challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. Number 2, what this pretty much guarantees is that Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns will hold all of the male titles on Monday Night Raw. So that is pretty much what WWE is going for here. That's where we are pretty much headed on Monday Night Raw. And if you don't see that, maybe you should start fucking opening your eyes or go buy yourself a new pair of fucking bifocals. Because this is where WWE is going. The Shield will rule Monday Night Raw in an effort to push the Roman narrative a step further and just proclaim him as the god of Monday Night Raw with his unbreakable shield known as Rollins and Ambrose, who really aren't a shield but in actuality are mere puppets to the Roman agenda. They will be given championships as some second-rate gift while they're all doing it for Roman Reigns. Because WWE wants to present Roman Reigns as a workhorse. Because WWE wants to present Roman Reigns as a babyface, as a hero, as the big dog, so that we see him in a different light. But what WWE is doing here is they're running the risk of people opening up to the fact that this is sheer bullshit. How do you think the fans are going to react when the Shield holds every fucking title on Monday Night Raw? Do you honestly think that's going to stay a positive thing on this show? Fans are going to realize what you're doing. This is not 1994 when fucking Lex Luger took the Lex Express across America vying for a WWF Championship match against Yokozuna. No, this is not that. This is WWE in 2018. We're not going to cheer Lex Luger because WWE needed to find the next guy to fill Hulk Hogan's shoes. No. This is WWE in 2018 when the fan is smarter, where the fan is open to what you're doing. Just look at what's going on with Becky Lynch. They ain't falling for that shit. Look at what they've been doing with Roman Reigns. They ain't falling for that shit. Roman is a fucking disaster. WWE doesn't think so, but the fans certainly think so. What do you think's going to happen when the Shield holds all the titles on Monday Night Raw? You are headed for a fucking disaster on Monday nights. Yeah, do it. Do it. You will see it happen, and then you'll reference this video. Well, JD was right once again about the Roman narrative and the Roman initiative. Have I been wrong in the 5 fucking years I've been talking about this fucking clown? Of course not. And I will not be wrong from this moment on. Moving on. Ronda Rousey single-handedly delegitimized her entire Raw Women's Championship title reign. That's exactly what she did on Monday Night Raw. Ronda Rousey, I don't know if she wants to have a job as a stand-up comedian or as a legitimate fucking champion on WWE television. Ronda Rousey takes the microphone and says that she really wants to congratulate Alexa Bliss. Rousey says at Hell in a Cell, that was Alexa Bliss' best performance, and she didn't expect Bliss to fight like that and to take Rousey that close to her limits. Oh my goodness! If I want those kind of laughs, I'll go watch fucking Seinfeld. You have to be out of your fucking mind. I mean, are you fucking kidding me with this bullshit? You have Ronda Rousey, who is a legit fucking fighter, go out there and proclaim that Alexa Bliss held her own, and she wants to congratulate Alexa Bliss. That was the best performance she's seen from Alexa Bliss ever. You mean to tell me that WWE wants the simple-minded fucking zombies out there to believe that Alexa Bliss could really, legitimately hold her own against Ronda Rousey? That is the most laughable fucking thing I have ever heard in my entire 36 years on this earth. Ronda Rousey absolutely embarrassed herself by that one statement alone. Ronda Rousey absolutely delegitimized her entire title reign by putting over Alexa Bliss in that manner. And then she has the balls to go on and say that she wants to be a better champion for the fans. That she wants to be like Steve Austin and Bret Hart and Ric Flair. No. You can't backtrack now. You can't go out there and say Alexa Bliss is the best she's ever been when she's in the ring with you, and then you go on and say you want to be like the next Steve Austin or the next Bret Hart or the next Ric Flair. By all accounts, you're lumping Alexa Bliss into that category with you because she hung with you as champion, and you as champion wants to be as good as them. That is absolutely a fucking joke. A joke. And if anybody took what Ronda Rousey said seriously and did not laugh, I feel fucking absolutely sorry for you. That was a joke. It was comical. Absolutely fucking comical. Now, we got Natalya's music hitting the PA system. I thought Natalya was going to challenge Ronda Rousey for a championship match. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Something entertaining on this show. Finally. Finally something I could sink my teeth into. And then we see Natalya laid out on the stage, and Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan just completely beat down on Natalya in the back and dragged her corpse to the stage and showcased it to Ronda Rousey. Ruby Riott says they don't like Ronda, but they don't dislike Ronda either. But Ruby says she will be answering the open challenge. I'm like, okay, here we fucking go. Ruby Riott versus Ronda Rousey. This is something that we can all get excited about. What does WWE do? WWE not only fucking kills the entire Riott squad in one fucking snap of a finger, but they got the Bella Twins coming out and backing up Ronda Rousey, building towards a fucking garbage match at WWE Super Showdown, which will inevitably lead to a Ronda Rousey-Nikki Bella match in the main event of Evolution. So we go from Natalya-Ronda, which didn't happen because the Riott Squad beat up Natalya. We go from Ruby Riott to Ronda, which makes all of our fucking ears perk up, and then we don't get that, and then we get Ronda Rousey destroying the entire Riot Squad. I don't think the Riot Squad should be rioting anymore. I don't even think there should be a squad from here on out. That was pathetic. 3-on-1. I don't give a fuck who you are. You are in a 3-on-1 situation and you're getting beat down by one woman. Then the Bella Twins come out. I don't know who asked for the Bella Twins. I don't know who's excited to see fucking Nikki Bella and Brie Bella run down to save the fucking day. And then immediately after this, Michael Cole pronounces, I don't believe the ever-popular show Total Divas is on E! Network for an 8th season this coming October. You're building the women's division around Ronda Rousey and the fucking Bella Twins on Monday Night Raw. Is it the women's division, or are we living in the Divas age? I can't fucking tell anymore. What a joke. You're excited about what's going on with women's wrestling right now? You are a fucking slave to the fucking movement. You're a joke. You're just as big a joke as WWE. I'm not falling for this shit. Zero fucking excitement about the Bella Twins and Ronda Rousey. Open your fucking eyes. The Bella Twins are being positioned above the women who started this revolution. Ronda Rousey is having this division built around her because she is Ronda Rousey, which by default holds everybody else down. And nobody else is going to be on that same level. Nobody will ever achieve that kind of level. For the sake of storytelling, out the window. All because they want publicity, spotlight, and the ESPN top story. WWE has ultimately killed the women's revolution. Moving on here. Elias. Elias is in the ring. The fucking guy actually played different chords tonight. It's like he went into the fucking studio and wrote a whole new fucking tune. Normally Elias comes out there and strums the same fucking chord over and over again while he shits on the fucking crowd. Tonight he shit over Dallas and the Cowboys. So if you're a Cowboys fan, you probably don't appreciate Elias too much on this evening. Elias is actually interrupted. This is the going thing with Elias now. He's interrupted by everybody. Trish Stratus, Bobby Lashley, could be fucking Peter fucking Pan. He can come flying. It could be fucking Harry Potter flying in on his broomstick. It doesn't fucking matter. They'll find anybody and anybody. Everybody and anybody to fucking come out and interrupt Elias. Tonight, it was Lio Rush. And I actually stopped what I was doing and I paid attention to what was going on here with Lio Rush. Lio Rush comes out and he starts talking to Elias. Elias quickly cuts him off. And Elias then asks, whose kid is this? Which got a LOL from me. I legitimately laughed out loud. Now, that was clearly a Vince McMahon fucking line. And I don't know why we're poking fun at Lio Rush when he's probably one of the better wrestlers on the entire fucking roster. So, Elias asks, whose kid is this? What irresponsible parent let their child come up on the ramp and start running his mouth? Lio Rush then reintroduces himself as a 23-year-old piece of gold. The man of the hour, Lio Rush, is here. Lio Rush says he's here to represent, and Elias cuts him off. Elias says he doesn't care. Elias offers to have security take Rush to the Lost and Found to find his parents. So this was a going gag, which, again, I laughed out loud. I thought it was hilarious. Rush says Bobby Lashley warned him Elias had jokes, or maybe that Elias was a joke himself, or this show was a joke. Rush brings up unfinished business between Lashley and Elias, also bringing up Kevin Owens and a recent apron powerbomb to Bobby Lashley. Then Rush goes on to introduce Bobby Lashley, and Rush admits and confirms that he is Bobby Lashley's manager. Now, I talked about this on Off the Script. I mentioned that Paul Heyman, according to PW Insider, and Mike Johnson of PW Insider, Paul Heyman is actually the one behind. He is the brainchild for Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush as a pairing. Now, I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to get my brain cells working here. I'm liking it. You know, I didn't understand it the first week, but I'm understanding it the second week. Now, hear me out on this. I already benched one fucking goon who thought I was a racist fuck for bringing this storyline or potential storyline idea to the table. And I don't see how I'm racist here. The Nation of Domination is one of the best stables in all of WWE history. Okay? Lio Rush is one of the best wrestlers, could be one of the best wrestlers on the show, if they allow him to wrestle. You've seen what the guy can do. You see how athletic he is, evading Kevin Owens and evading Elias and getting in the ring with Bobby Lashley. I think it's a great combination. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance to see where it goes because they can't do no worse with Bobby Lashley. But if Lio Rush is presented as a 23-year-old millionaire who builds his own stable, like Dwayne Johnson in Boulders, who's this young guy who's building a stable and throwing his money around and signing talent to his name because he wants to see them succeed. And they can bounce back and forth on one another or off one another. Lio Rush can bounce off Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley can bounce off Lio Rush. Lio Rush can get involved on Monday Night Raw. If Lio Rush is presented as this multi-millionaire young stud, 23-year-old, and starts bringing in talent like Bobby Lashley and other talent that pretty much has been forsaken on WWE and gives them a new lease on life and is their spokesman, I think this could be a good deal. Now, I mentioned that we already got Bobby Lashley associated with Lio Rush. What about Apollo Crews? Apollo Crews joining Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. Apollo Crews being a new client for Lio Rush. What is Apollo Crews doing? Has Apollo Crews been wasted on WWE television since his call-up in 2016 from NXT? Abso-fucking-lutely. He's been placed with fucking Titus O'Neil and Dana Brooke and has been wasting away in the bowels of WWE. If you give Lio Rush the power to have some type of millionaire status on WWE television and have him sign talent like Bobby Lashley and bring in someone as talented, someone who is athletic as he is in Apollo Crews, I think that would be a great thing for WWE. Now, I don't give them any benefit of the doubt to do this the right way. There'll probably be some racial fucking overtones to it, which I know WWE will probably do within the first couple of weeks. But I'm talking about this based on a storyline initiative here. On a storyline aspect. They're placing Bobby Lashley with Lio Rush because they don't know what to do with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley can't speak for himself. Lio Rush is at least a good fucking talker. You put Apollo Crews with Lio Rush, and I think that would benefit Apollo Crews as well. And we can have our own stable forming right underneath our very eyes. And Lio Rush is a hell of a wrestler himself. I know. I think that's a great idea. I don't know what you guys think about that, but let me know what you think down below in the comments. Elias versus Bobby Lashley actually took place. Yes, Elias was scheduled to wrestle on Monday Night Raw. This match went to a DQ. Elias wins by DQ because of an interference by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens comes out. Lio Rush was on commentary. Rush shoves the announce chair into Kevin Owens. Owens goes after Rush, chases him to ringside. Elias goes after Rush. This guy's like American Ninja Warrior over here, evading everything that Owens and Elias have. And he gets in the ring and gets on Bobby Lashley's shoulders. And they celebrate in the ring for a disqualification. So Elias wins by disqualification, but Lio Rush pretty much was the star of the show here on Monday Night Raw for this segment. I like it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Ember Moon was told to find not an opponent, but a tag team partner here on Monday Night Raw. She was going up against Mickie James and Alicia Fox. So we got the returning Nia Jax. Please, 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 hold your excitement. I know, this was groundbreaking information. This was one of the biggest reveals of the entire year. This was Chris Jericho dressing up as Pentagon Jr.-esque at All In. I know. When people realized that it was Nia Jax, the silence fell amongst San Antonio, or Dallas, or wherever the fuck they were, Texas. Whatever. Ember Moon and Nia Jax. This one went to Nia Jax and Ember Moon because Ember Moon was beat up for the majority of the match. She makes the hot tag to Nia Jax, and she ends up hitting a Samoan drop on Alicia Fox. Who cares? This did nothing. Ember Moon is floundering like a fucking fish out of water on Monday Night Raw. As always, another NXT talent fed to the fucking sharks. It happens. It happens. WWE Universal Championship match here. Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns in the main event. If you guys were still awake by this point, which I'm assuming many of you were not, I told you guys that Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns was going to be the main event. It's okay to go to sleep. 8:15 it was announced. By 10 o'clock, I give you guys permission to go to sleep. Because this show was going to close on one of the most unexciting matches you could possibly ever book on Monday Night Raw following a great pay-per-view. So, we get a disqualification here. This match was complete and utter trash up until the disqualification. Baron Corbin rolls to the outside. He evades a Superman punch. He rolls out of the ring. He evades a spear. He rolls out of the ring. So he rolls over to JoJo. JoJo's fat ass, man. JoJo looks fucking hot, man. You know, I'm talking about all the social media trolls, man. And they're asking me how I got a woman like JoJo, man. Do you want to know why, man? It's because I'm the fucking man, man. JoJo's fat ass is in my face on a nightly basis, man. That's why I got JoJo. Bray Wyatt was on social media, by the way. He responded to a troll asking, how the fuck did you get someone like JoJo? So obviously he replied, do you want to know how I got JoJo? It's because I'm the fucking man. That's why. I deal with fucking shit like you on a daily basis. You want my answer? It's because I'm the fucking man. So Baron Corbin goes over to JoJo's fat ass, man. Over by the timekeeper's area. And he takes a steel chair and throws it at Roman Reigns. Apparently Roman Reigns did his best Braun Strowman impersonation, trying to gain momentum running at full speed at Baron Corbin, and Baron Corbin threw a fucking chair at him in his face. The referee argues with Corbin and disqualifies him. So Baron Corbin got himself disqualified. So he goes over to JoJo Corbin and asks to restart the match. I'm the acting GM. I'm restarting this match under no DQ. He did the same thing against Bobby Lashley. What was it, last week? The week before that? Forgive me if I fucking forgot. He starts the match. Now it's a no DQ match for the Universal title. So Reigns takes his time getting up. Steel chair is in the ring. It's in play now. It's legal. Reigns grabs the chair. And out comes Braun Strowman. Like Roman Reigns was really going to lose the Universal Championship match. Now we got a 2-on-1 situation. Reigns waits with the chair. Braun slowly marches down the ramp. Corbin comes from behind and gives him a deep 6 for a close 2 count. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre now come out. Now it's a 4-on-1 situation. 4-on-1 situation. They help Strowman up. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose then come down. They brawl with McIntyre, Ziggler, and Strowman on the outside. Ambrose and Rollins run the ropes. Double suicide dives on Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre. Strowman gets up. Reigns runs the ropes for a dive onto the floor, but Corbin rocks him with a right hand. Corbin re-enters the ring. Reigns immediately hits him with a spear to retain the title. So we had Corbin, Ziggler, McIntyre, and Strowman collectively as the clowns getting into the fucking tiny SUV. And they are the clown parade. And they are inept as a foursome to take down 1, Roman Reigns. So I don't understand why this was a no DQ match and none of them had the urge to grab a weapon. Could have been the steel chair that was presented in the ring, or a kendo stick, or a ladder, or a steel step, and just go at Roman Reigns. This was a no DQ match, and they did not take advantage of the ruling that Baron Corbin so graciously gave them all in hopes that he would win the Universal Championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have yet another week where Roman stands tall because he was shielded by Rollins and Ambrose. Another cookie-cutter edition of Monday Night Raw with the Shield standing tall. This show is fucking garbage. Yep, we got Crown Jewel announced on November 2nd. We got the Bellas helping Ronda Rousey. We got an open challenge by Ronda Rousey. We got a Universal Championship match with Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns, making everybody else look like a complete fucking idiot. We got an Intercontinental Championship match which does nothing but solidify that the Shield will hold all the titles on Monday Night Raw. But Monday Night Raw was a good show. Monday Night Raw was a good show. I hope you guys enjoyed your 700-pound fucking slob with the fucking basket of Buffalo Wild Wings in her fucking mouth. And I'm not wearing the shirt coincidentally. This is a shirt that I got in Chicago. It's 1 of 50. You may not have it. There's no way that you will be able to attain it. Only JD has it because they sponsored my meet and greet in Chicago. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm sweating my balls off. It's fucking humid as fuck. I am tired and I am drained from another horrendous edition of Monday Night Raw. Hope you enjoyed the review. I'm getting the fuck out of here. If you guys did enjoy it or any aspect of this review, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. It helps out the video tremendously. If you guys missed anything that I uploaded this past weekend, including the Off the Script, episode 239 episode, parts 1, 2, and 3, that is live on the channel right now. Hell in a Cell, review and results, live on the channel right now. Go and check that stuff out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for SmackDown Live. Thank you guys for all your support. We are on our way to 98,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for SmackDown Live. Apparently, WWE's booking AJ Styles versus Andrade Cien Almas. Should be a good one. I'll talk to you later.